Guys, how are you doing? This is your boy Brian coming back to you with this brand new video. It's always a pleasure to be able to make these videos for you guys and be able to reach you from wherever you are, whether you are in your house, in your car, whether you are in the office, with the help and the magic of YouTube being able to reach so many people is always stunning and a pleasure. So on today's video, I wanted to talk about the Qatar World Cup, the FIFA World Cup going on in Qatar right now, and try to address some topics and some things that caught my attention throughout the World Cup, and as it's still going. Right? The very first thing I wanted to address is the issue of the controversy between the Qatari and the LGBT community. As we know, Qatar, as a Muslim country, they stand against the rights for the LGBT community. They stand against gay, they stand against lesbians, they stand against the LGBT community in general, the bisexual, etc. One big announcement that we got as the World Cup was starting was that the armband, the One Love armband was banned from the competition. No player was allowed to wear them, and that lit a fire right in this issue right there. And we've been seeing so many protests coming from the LGBT people, from the LGBT supporters, from the European media, who also supports the LGBT as we know it. And I've very two things that I wanted to talk about on these issues. The very first thing is freedom, right? I believe as a person, we should be able to live our life as people. Sorry, we should be able to live life as we see fit, right? As long as our freedom is not hurting the person next to us, we should be able to do whatever we want with our life and identify ourselves as we see fit. For example, I am a man and I identify myself as a man, a straight man, right? Meaning I am attracted to women. And I don't see how my identity, my being, as I am a man, I identify myself as a man who likes women, uh, hurts someone else's freedom, right? It doesn't. So I should be free to decide who I am and how I live my life as a straight man. It shouldn't bother anyone. So I believe also the same is equal for the LGBT people. They should be able to live their life the way they see fit, to live their life the way they feel like they should, right? So the question of sex and gender is at the very core of a person's identity. So no one should be able to have the right to tell someone how to live their life or who they are. For example, I cannot, just because I'm straight, just because, for example, I am a man, go to someone else and say you should also be straight. You should be identified as, for example, a man, not a woman, or etc. My freedom is about me, right? My freedom is about me. I should be free to decide who I am, just like the other person also should be free to decide who they are. Different we may be, but that doesn't give any of us the right to judge the others, right? Just because I'm different from you, that doesn't give me the mandate or the right to judge you or to arrest you, or to make you feel uncomfortable in any way. And the LGBT people have been made feel uncomfortable in so many ways. They've been arrested, they've been and that is a big issue that should be addressed. And I feel like we should all know that uh, our rights, our freedom, uh, is also us knowing to give others their freedom, right? So you are free to choose who you are, uh, and to identify yourself as a straight person. The other person is also free to identify themselves, for example, as a lesbian or a bi, etc. That's the way I see I see life, and that's the way I think things should be, right? The second thing I wanted to talk about on this issue is the uh, role of the European media in this controversy and etc. It's like they always try to set themselves as the example, as the moralizer, as the saints, as like the perfect ones, as if they didn't have some issues in their own society, as they address the issue when they look at the Qatari, they make them feel like they were the devil, and that uh, the European media was there to, show them the way. While in Europe itself, there are so many type of discriminations that are still there as well. So for me, I think the European media should, Europeans press should be able, should try to work on the own issues sometimes, rather than coming and being this big moralizer, and coming with the big speech, coming to denounce things as if they were perfect themselves. We know that there are issues of race in Europe. We know that there are issues with um, uh, the migrants in Europe, for example. There are so many big discriminations and big issues that Europe is dealing with. So instead of always coming to denounce others and betray yourselves as better than others, try to work also on your own issue, or at least recognize that they exist right in your society, within your societies as well. So that is all what I wanted to say regarding this issue with the protest with the LGBTs and the Qatar. This is what I wanted to say. The next thing, we see some national teams already, going passing to the next stage. We have France that qualified for the next stage. We have Brazil that qualified for the next stage. Portugal as well. And yesterday we got the first African country to qualify for this World Cup here. Senegal was the first one, and as well yesterday England also qualified for the next stage. The United States of America qualified for the next stage, and we have some more games coming today. I hope you have a good time watching those games, and yeah, this is pretty much what I wanted to say. But before I finish, I wanted to also say that I'm watching Portugal, and I hope you go as far as possible, Cristiano Ronaldo. I wish you the best. And remember that the, uh, the competition is only going to get harder and harder. So you need to be more focused. And yeah, I'll be rooting for you guys, Portugal, and I'll be rooting for you, African countries, to go as far as possible. Thank you for watching my video. Until next time, thank you. Bye.